the Ganga flowing and to keep the Ganga clean. There's two different levels to this. Probably more, but I'll group them into just two levels. One is the inner level, and the other is the outer level. And of course, they're not only interconnected, but they're actually one, and yet, for the sake of discussion, we'll call them two different layers. In the Indian spiritual tradition, it is spoken about so beautifully and so deeply how the outer world is a reflection of the inner world. As we think, as we live on the outside, so we create on the outside. That literally we are manifesting our own reality. And that also can be seen on so many different layers of existence, so many different spiritual levels. But even on just the most fundamental and basic, we all know that as we think, as we live, that becomes the world that we create around us. Puja Swamiji always says so beautifully, if you're in peace, you're going to exude peace, you're going to manifest peace, you're going to spread peace. If you're in pieces, you're going to manifest and spread pieces. In the same way, if the world around us, whether it's personal, so whether it's the people in our lives, whether it's the work we're doing, whether it's in the society, if we start to feel like everything around me is wrong, oh my God, these people are like this, these people are like this, oh my God, this situation, that situation, and it becomes pervasive around me. We have to turn the glass from the outside to the inside, our looking glass, and say, well, if the world around me is full of negativity, and this one is this problem, and this one is this problem, and this one is a liar, and this one is a cheater, what in the world am I manifesting? What in the world are my vibrations, my energy, creating around me? There's a great story that I love of an old wise man sitting on the path, on the road, and a young boy is sitting with him, and a passerby comes by and says to the old man, "What's the village like up ahead?" And the old man says, "Well, where are you coming from?" And he says, "Oh, I'm coming from such and such a village, and the people there are so horrible. Oh my God, they're all such liars and such cheaters and so selfish." And the old man says, "Well, I'm so sorry to tell you, but that's exactly what the people are like in the village up ahead." Short time later, another person comes by and says to the old man, "What's the village like up ahead? What are the people like in that village?" And the old man says, "Where are you coming from?" Person says, "Oh, I'm coming from such and such a village, and it was so beautiful. The people were so kind and loving and generous." And the old man says, "Good news. The people in the village up ahead are just the same." And the young boy says to the man, "Well, how is that possible?" He says, "Baba, there's only one village up ahead. You told the first guy that the people are liars and cheaters and selfish. You told the second person that the people are kind and generous and loving." And the old man says, "That's because the first person sees, creates, manifests an environment of cheating, of lying, of selfishness. The second person sees, envisions, manifests, creates an environment of people who are loving and helpful. So on an inner level, that which is wrong with Ganga, or you could even say that which is wrong with our planet, whether it's the polar ice caps, whether it's the ozone layer, whether it's Ganga, that which is wrong with our planet. And I could take it another step and I could say whether it's the starving children, whether it's the poverty, whatever aspect of our world we're looking at, it is a reflection of me. And so that which is wrong with Ganga is that which is wrong with me. Whether it's a lack of care, whether it's a prioritization of material wealth, quote-unquote development, over the inner wealth, our spiritual development. This is what's happening in all of our lives. It's also what's creating our situation with Ganga, as our vision of development is factories, cement, asphalt, cars. Well, we're cutting down the trees, we're mowing through the forest to cover it with asphalt, to cover it with cement, to build factories. They spew toxins into the air that come down with the wind, with the rain. But it's even bigger than that, because that development then is a reflection of and also cause of, it's a cycle, our value that says material possessions, that which is produced in a factory, that which I can buy in a shopping mall, is of the most value. So the factories are spewing their waste into the ground. The groundwater is going into Ganga. But this is all because it's a reflection of my own inner world. So when you say, what can we do? On an inner level, readjust our own priorities, readjust our own awareness that we are one. We're one with the flowing river. We're one with the hundreds of millions of people who depend upon her. We're one with the animals, with all of nature. And recognize that an object's inherent value is not connected to the largeness of the factory in which it was created. That life is not based upon how many factories can we have. And that'll take care of the inner and the outer levels. We can talk more, you and I, about the specifics of this, but the problem is a reflection of us as individuals and us as a collective society. And therefore, so is the solution.